Welcome back, everybody. Today's Monday, September 15th, 2025. Born on this date in 1911, former Surgeon General of the United States Luther Terry of Red Level. He's known for warning people about the health risks associated with smoking. During his tenure, as during the early 60s, the FTC began requiring warning labels on cigarette packaging. It's National Online Learning Day. Just make sure what you're learning. Disclosure, I finished my bachelor's degree online when online classes were still a new thing. I'd completed my core work and had to pick up a minor. Well, only a few courses were available, and they turned out to be the two most inane classes I've ever taken. Now, what I'm saying is online classes have come a long way since then, and I'm glad they were online because a socially distanced professor can't hear your eyes as they roll out of your head and bounce across the floor. You probably haven't seen rain in some time. Chances are a little better this week on some days, depending on where you are. Today we have briefs on an ancient sea turtle, National Guard, and a new place to chow down. I'm Mike Morgan, and we're down in Alabama.
The spirit of innovation is deeply ingrained in America, and Google is helping Americans innovate in ways both big and small. From improving emergency response times to protecting against cyber attacks, local, state, and federal governments are innovating with Google AI. This is a new era of American innovation. Find out more at g.co/American Innovation.
Back in 2021, a Mobile family was fishing on the Alabama River when 13-year-old Tala Coleman, I think I'm saying that right, spotted a figure in a rock that turned out to be a turtle fossil. Mom and Dad, Adrian and Adam Coleman, and brother Corey checked it out for a bit and made it a regular lunch spot for a few months whenever they were on the river. Well, after a while, they figured they'd let somebody know about the old creature and contacted Gulf State Park paleontologist Andrew Gentry, reports AL.com's Margaret Cates. Now, Gentry said he knew right away this was a special find. And here's what the paleontologists figured out. The fossil was from a 32-million-year-old leatherback sea turtle that lived in a time when water covered South Alabama. Now, you've probably heard of the underwater forest with its ancient cypress trees buried off the Gulf Coast. Well, this big leatherback predates the underwater forest. It's believed that when the turtle died, he was quickly covered in sediment that protected him from scavengers and bacteria. The shell, when found, was encased in limestone, which made for a tough excavation job. But a team of researchers was able to get it out of the rock and off the riverbank, and now it's on display at the McQuain Science Center in Birmingham. Now, this leatherback turtle, which doesn't have that familiar leatherback ridge on its shell, is an extinct species. It's been named Weilogia colemannarum. Weilogia is Muskogee for water turtle, and colemannarum is there to honor the Coleman family that found it. Well, despite all the buzz, there's no real sign, at least not yet, that National Guard troops might be deployed in Alabama cities, reports AL.com's Mike Kaysen. President Trump has deployed the Guard in Washington, D.C. and Los Angeles to fight crime there, and he's talked about doing it elsewhere, including Memphis. Meanwhile, California Governor Gavin Newsom mocked Trump's deployments by calling Alabama a, quote, top 3 murder state. White House spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt blamed the policies of local Democrats for Birmingham's crime rate. And when U.S. Senator Tommy Tuberville was asked whether, if he's elected governor, he would deploy the Guard in Birmingham and Montgomery, he answered, "You betcha." So, does Trump have plans for Birmingham cities? Governor Kay Ivey's communications director, Gina Mayola, fielded that question. Quote, "Birmingham and Montgomery are not cities the president is currently targeting." A restaurant in Birmingham has been open less than a year, but is already drawing national attention, reports AL.com's Amber Sutton. Bayonet, with its seafood and raw bar, made it onto lists of top new restaurants put out by Southern Living and Garden and Gun. And now the New York Times has made Bayonet the sole Alabama representative among its 50 best restaurants in America. That list tried to locate joints that are doing things that stand out from the norm. For example, from the New York Times, on Chef Rob McDaniel, quote, "He uses caramel sauce to punch up a banh mi stuffed with Gulf shrimp, makes schnitzel out of cobia, and pairs an acidic fruit salsa with fatty Ora King salmon collar." And if the food's as fancy as that sentence, it might be worth giving it a spin. A couple other things. Last week's quiz results are in this morning's newsletter. And if you have something to get off your chest, leave a quick voice message at 205-304-1814, and we might get a chance to play it right here. Alabama Hot Takes, that's what we'll call them. Thanks for listening. We'll be back here in the morning. Till then, y'all come see what we're doing anytime you want to on the internet at al.com.